So hey guys, welcome back. This is my grandpa's 1929 Model A. And he built this all from scratch. He bought the frame and the body and everything, and he carried it all back in his truck. So yeah, I mean there's a lot of stuff, so we'll just talk about it. What should we start with?
Well, it's a 1929 Model A Roadster pickup. It's a real car. It was bought new in 29 by Kellogg's and Lawrence Hardware out of Katona, New York.
Is it still on the door over there?
No, it's not. It was on the doors, and I painted over the sign. When I sanded down the door, the name appeared. We called them up. They're still in business, and they took pictures and put it on their Facebook page.
I could add the photos into the video.
Yeah. It's a small block Chevy. It's got a turbo 350 transmission, Chevy El Camino drive shaft, and a Ford 9-inch rear end with 411 limited slip. The body and frame is all original. All original. The grill is not. These are original. The wishbones are original to the car.
Is the front axle the original?
No. No. That's a Super Bell front axle. These shock mounts are really neat. This is a 64 Buick upper A-frame pivot with the ends cut off. This is a Model A steering arm. I TIG welded them together and made those shock mounts, and they're really work good.
Where's the ground strap? On the other side?
The what?
The ground strap?
Oh yeah.
You got one. Is that the big one or the small one?
There's a big one in the back there, but I don't know if you'll be able to see that.
I don't know if you guys can see it, but he's got a ground strap back here.
Good for 16,000 volts. Came out of a substation.
And then where's the other one at? I forgot.
Right there.
And then he's got another one over here.
Just kind of, I used whatever I used a lot of stuff I had laying around. This is a soup ladle cut in half, and I don't use this tank. I have a marine plastic tank in the back, so it gets kind of hot in here. So I suck the air goes in here, and it comes out where the fuel gauge was. If anybody knows Model A's, go around on the other side and you'll see where the air comes out. It works real good as a vent. Comes out here. This is a trap from under a bathroom sink. It comes out of there. Oh, get the Mickey.
My grandma, this used to be my grandma's, and then my grandpa put it up here because my grandpa made it.
It's two ball bearing, well, it's a couple ball bearings welded together.
You want to talk about the top?
Yeah, I just put this is a brand new top. The bows and the frame is original to the car. And I put new wood on it.
And these, our neighbor Joel, the one that I've talked about in some other videos, he's the one that made these for us.
Did you show the rear end?
You got the nice rims too. So this is the rear axle. Ford 9-inch, right?
Yep.
And what was it again? You got the three
411 limited slip.
And what were the three different?
Oh, the housing's 86 Bronco, and I did that because I'm using the sway bar mount that comes with Broncos as a panhard bar mount, and the gears are out of a 79 F-150 four-wheel drive, and the axle shafts are 1980 F-150.
Yeah, I was showing it a little bit. My grandpa loves his magnets and stickers and everything. Got a couple thousand of those.
The emergency brake's out of a 63 F350 Ford. The shift lever is transfer case shifter from a 1984 F-150 the transfer cage shifter, and it works perfect. It's almost a complete bolt-on to a Turbo 350, if anybody wants to know. Instead of buying them expensive ones, you just get the transfer case shifter and make a little bracket. It'll bolt right on. It works great. The cover on the floor is a bread box. The steering wheel's a 35, I think it's a 35 Ford. The steering column is 64 Buick, a Bolt. Then it's got a CV boot, and under that is a 1980 F-150 steering universal joint, which goes into a Vega cross steer box.
Yeah, my grandpa made this, so like that helps hold down the top. Alright guys, we're going for a ride now. I haven't been in a ride in this since my grandpa got the top on. It's nice with the top.
Get the gauges.
Yeah. My grandpa's got his vacuum gauge and his oil pressure gauge, and then the RPM too. I remember one day me and my grandpa were driving from a car show, and it was so hot because we didn't have the roof or nothing, and we almost passed out. foggy when we were going to a car show and I had to wipe the window for my grandpa. forget, what was the engine out of?
It came out of an El Camino. I did a little work on it. It's got a Eldebrock manifold and carburetor. Got headers. I changed the distributor, the timing chain, the water pump, the fuel pump. It runs okay. It's basically a stock motor. Independent suspension. There's absolutely nothing wrong with solid axles if they're set up right. You got to give them a lot of caster and a lot of toe in. This thing's got like 3/8 of an inch toe in on it, and the tires wear perfectly. It doesn't wander. It's perfect on the highway. You figure tractor trailers got solid axles on, and they're on there because they're better than independent. They're stronger. If they can use them, I'm sure it'll work fine in a car. Yeah, you just got to set the front end up right on these things. If you do that, you won't have a problem. If you're getting wander, you're set up wrong. You got to give it a lot of caster. It calls for 6 to 8 degrees. I got this on 10 degrees. It handles great on corners. It ain't good with bumps. I run low air pressure. I run about 20 pounds in the back tires, about 25, 26 in the front. On a smooth road, it's great. Funny story. I bought aftermarket signal light switch for this car, put it on the column, lasted a couple of weeks and died. It was made in Taiwan. So they gave me another one. I took the old one apart and it was scary inside. So I was going to a car show and I wanted the signal lights working. So I looked around my junk pile and found a 64 Buick signal light switch that I had changed out of a 64 Buick in the 70s. And And this car has a GM wire harness in it. Well, I took that 64 Buick signal light switch and it plugged right into my wire harness. The plugs were identical. I turned it on and it worked perfectly. The only reason I took it out of the old Buick was that it wouldn't snap back after you go around a corner. It was bugging my wife. So the switch worked fine. You just got to push it back after you go around a corner.
You still have that one in here, right?
And that switch is still in here right now, and I'm not taking it out because I don't want any of that China, Taiwan crap that doesn't work. There's a perfect example of the crap that they're sending us over here from China. That's a US-made original 64 Buick signal light switch from 1964, and it still works beautiful. And it sat on my shelf in my cellar for like 35 years after I took it out. You want stuff to work, you gotta use all the old original equipment you can find in junkyards, because the new stuff is no good. The taillight, I put new taillights on this thing, and the bulbs last about 2 weeks after you hit a bump. The filaments break. I got an old drawer with a bunch of old bulbs in it, 1157s, that I took out of cars 30 years ago. I put them in, they last forever. I haven't blown any more bulbs. Okay, I'm heading home now before we run out of gas.
Alright guys, I'll pick the video back up when we're back at the house. See you guys. 350 block here.
4-bolt main.
You want to start from the... You want to just show them everything, or...?
Can you get this? Because it's kind of dark.
Yeah, you can see it.
This is a spinner, propeller spinner from a King Air airplane. And that's where this guy lives. These are Bronco wheels. They're spares. And let me get this out. I think I nailed building this car. I think it came out perfect.
Is that the one you have the penny in?
Yeah, there's a penny inside there. That's the original grille to the car. The pickups come with a painted grille. I like the chrome. That's one of the things that's not original to the car.
Show him the alligator. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, that's Chewy. He guards the garage for me. That's a trophy I got in 2018.
Yeah, this is a cool one.
Sinister Car Club.
It's got the camshafts and the pistons and the
flywheel.
That's nice.
That came out that's pretty good.
My grandma hated that trophy because it's like industrial looking.
Get that back. If anybody knows anything about cars, that's an original Jenkins t-shirt from a long time ago. A lot of stuff in here. Let me see, what else would they like to see? Oh. Did some work at the top of my house, and I found that ad under the floor. It's from 1950, a color ad from the newspaper for the new Chevy. Richard Petty, he signed it. This is me in 1970 at Connecticut Dragway. That's my father on my 46 Dodge pickup. That's my wife and I on a Harley in New York.
Is that part of the Model A?
Yeah, that's a Model A. That was from an old sawmill in Connecticut. That's a 58 Chevy valve cover or older, because in 59, I think it was, the bolt holes are straight. In 58 and back, they're like this. The dog dug this thing up in the yard. Yeah, I don't know what else. Oh, this is.
Yeah, I was showing him that.
Supposedly that's not from the 20s. It's a reproduction that was done in the 50s or 60s. This thing's about 1/8 of an inch thick. It's got brass eyes, and somebody told me it's worth about a couple $100. Oh, here. I probably should turn this on. This is my fan. That actually works.
You got to run the extension cord out though.
Yeah. Oh, can't miss putting this thing out there. I don't know. I hope I don't get arrested for this. Well, don't get my face in it. But what this is an old air tank from a 40 PSI compressor that crapped out. And one day I had nothing to do, so I welded some stuff together and made that. And on the top here, I was planning on putting it in front of my car at a car show. And I wrote, if you don't like my car, push this button. But I never had the nerve to bring it because I figured some cop would arrest me. I don't know what else to show them.
That's most of the stuff.
Oh, get Sonny's Baked Beans. They might like that. That's a place that used to be in business in Meriden.
That's what.
And all they sold was baked beans. Nothing else.
That's what.
The building's still there, but it's they're out of business now.
That's what John's got in his basement, right? All the old oil.
Oh yeah, John's got a lot of that. Yeah. There's all kinds of stuff everywhere. I don't know if you want to go around and take pictures.
Yeah, I was just showing him everything. And we got the same horn, me and my grandpa. So yeah, that's the same one I got in my car. He just painted his black. Alright guys, that's it for my grandpa's 1929 Model A and the, showing the garage and stuff. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys later.